Good afternoon, everyone, from the first world country of the United States. Yes, I am in the United States. I'm not in Vietnam, and I'm not having a estrogen episode freaking out as a claimed CEO of a company of 10 people, 1 people, 2 people, whatever he wants to make up. I'm referring again to, I'll say his name, I'm not afraid to say it, Andre Rose, Andre Ross, Nguyen, Andrea, A Cat, Pinocchio, all the bullshit that goes with it. His most recent video is a rant. It's a reply to someone locally who he knew, one of his own friends, who created a video, and it's AI. It's him just obviously saying things that aren't true to his claim, but are true to what we know from being a scammer. Now, my Instagram has me as an ACE and ASM certification. Now, that's not what I do anymore. That title is long ago. I think when I first started my Instagram, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't hold those credentials anymore. Now, should I update it? Well, thanks to Andre, I probably will. But the reality is that if testosterone is so bad for someone who does all his research and doesn't apparently watch videos of his trollers as he claims, my reality would be this then. Why is it that Nick Montelatos, who is a fellow Mars Sock Raider, Corey Whitman, who's a fellow Mars Sock Raider, all these guys who are beaten to the core Marine warriors, which this little immature kid, as he puts, he loves being called a kid, he's an immature little bitch, we know this, claims that testosterone doesn't make you a real man. Well, let's look at the facts here. He talks about foraging, grass, water, climbing trees, fruits, nuts, whatever it may be. Food was different 50, 60 years ago. Yes, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers had more testosterone than us just based off the meats alone. But look what's happened to the food programs, right? If he's really a smart guy and does his research, why would these guys that are hardened raiders who've written books, okay, successfully completed missions for the Marine Corps, God country, which this little shit knows nothing about because he's not in a first world country, he's in a third world country in Vietnam, hiding because he is a scammer. Pinnacle Credit repair is bullshit. If you go look at it, Better Business Bureau destroyed him, which you can pay to be a member of and actually get those erased, but he won't spend that money. He won't refund the money of the 26 victims that are willing to go on and go into case trial against him and get their money back. He won't face the people in New York that he disheveled and took money from, but he runs and hides and claims that he's an amateur boxer. So if he's a nutritionist, let me tell you this. If he is a nutritionist, does he have a boxer's body? That's questionable, argumentative, and subjective. I have to say, beating on pads, beating on hand pads, and beating on a weight bag doesn't even make you an amateur. It makes you a boxing enthusiast. It doesn't make you an amateur. Amateurs compete. You don't fucking compete. So you should shut the fuck up there, okay? Where you should have a cup of shut the fuck up is all the pills that you take are synthetic. Now, the only thing that's realistic is your poo tea probably that you mix around that's probably good for you, but there's a lot of things that are good and bad for you if you do the research. Hence, again, why you should not comment on shit you don't know. These guys take testosterone because they have traumatic brain injuries. We have TBIs, okay? Warfare back then did not have a shitload of TBIs. They had shell shock. They had a lot of things that happened under company fire, but not under what we suffered. So when we say we take testosterone, we're being clear. We're not hiding it from anybody, okay? You mix your business with nutritionalism, with taking care of aquariums, with taking care of a little pussy cat. Sorry, it's the fact that it's endangered. It's such a wild animal. Not really. Anything can be tamed. It's called basically having the boundaries to do so, putting the time and the effort into it. But you're talking like you got ADHD. You can't even enunciate words right. Your dad lived in a trailer park where you lived at. We've already done the homework. We've tracked down everything that you've done. You've lied about a lot of things. You talked shit on Lexington Law, but claim you knew the owner. He taught you. He's your teacher. No, he's not. We have so much on you. And if you want us to continue to release shit, we'll continue to release it because your rants, your raves, your promises, your guarantees have never come to fruition. You claimed you were going to send someone into Everything Credit into Georgia and that the Georgia Attorney General was going to take him down. Never fucking happened. You claimed that you were going to sit there and show how the letters can be done and written out. You haven't sent off one letter. You haven't gone to the post office to do so because if you do, you know it's not an American post office and you won't show it. You won't show anybody that you claim what ACAT is even though you talk about it. You actually have it listed on the website by your company website, which, mind you, it isn't about the FBI. It's about the FTC. The FBI investigates, criminals, crimes against the state. This state, the United States of America, okay? We're a republic. We're a constitutional republic. Here, We're not hiding in Vietnam away from people that are trying to come after your ass for the money that you owe them and beat the shit out of you because you're stupid. So you're ranting, you're raving all your bullshit. Everybody knows what it is. And you wouldn't be commenting on it as much as you say YouTube doesn't matter to you that much. You'd write. You have more videos than anybody else as comebacks every time someone says something. You were 9 years ago when you look back, you were 21, but now you're closer to 40. Everything you say, Andre, is a lie. You open your mouth and you're moving, you're lying. You blink your eyes, you're fucking lying. You're showing something that's a proof, it's a lie. It's not proof. It's been debunked and it will continue to be debunked because you are a scamming piece of shit at Pinocchio Credit Repair. People that your friends have been talking to us. Your friends are our friends because they know we're of worth. They know that nothing of you. If that's the case, you wouldn't have ran to stick your head in the sand in Vietnam because no one knows any better. But stop saying in New York you're not. This claim the other day that you made that someone's driving from upstate 3 hours up to come out to upstate. Upstate what? Upstate Ho Chi Minh City? You're not in New York. You're not even in the United States. You've been gone for a while. And probably because you know everybody's coming after your ass. You continue to keep frauding people, it's going to catch up. And it already is. Trust me, cases have been filed. So don't sit here and talk about what you think you know about the bar, what you think you know about nutrition. You don't know shit. You go with the wind which way you pee. And you hope it gets back the same way so it doesn't get on you. So you're not fooling anybody. We've proven who you are. People out here talking to us constantly in the forums, closed forums, whatever you want to talk about. You are the number one scam target. You're next and you're going down. So don't talk about shit you don't know about. Testosterone. What are you talking about? I just don't understand. I'm thinking to myself, how is it you do your research? You don't. You go for triggers. You punch people in the back of the head and you fucking run like a little bitch. That's what you do. You won't face anybody. You won't comment directly on anything. You have your comments turned off. Everybody, make a comment, see if it sticks. It's turned off. He's already admitted to the seeker that his claimed followers are bots. He's admitted to it. We have a recording of it, which I really encourage it to be played because it's his voice, no joke. So he wouldn't have reached out if he wasn't getting beat, and he did. He reached out to Dave. He got his ass beat. He was waving the white fucking flag at the same time. So you all heard the conversation. Go back and watch some of his videos. Condescending, narcissistic, make-believe, all over the map, doesn't focus on one thing. He is a company of one and one other person that he has an assistant, if he's lucky. The rest are bots and call centers. There is no fucking ACAT. It doesn't exist. And if anything's being done for people at $300,000 or more, why the fuck do they need credit repair? Are you kidding me? Do you even know what like mid-level range is? There's the rich, there's the poor, there's the middle class. They're trying to get away and done with that. They're trying to get rid of the middle class completely. But $300,000? Are you kidding me? You don't have that kind of level. You don't have that kind of fucking clout. Keep searching, bitch, because you don't. And for those out there you think that this is unprofessional the way Dave's responding, I don't care. I don't own a credit repair company. I see victims that contact me to get them in contact with lawyers, to get them in contact with firms or investigation firms to go after people like this. Because that's exactly what he is. He's a piece of shit. He will take your last dollar because he does think you're a loser. He thinks you'll buy his bullshit because he talks at a higher level of intelligence because he goes through a dictionary of the day, whatever it wants to be a word of the day, and he uses it till it's completely bled the fuck out. Or he can't even spell it right. I mean, just go back and look at the things he types. Grammatical errors all over the place. Educated by what? Pedigrees, as he calls it? Pedigree of a bitch, at best. But seriously, you don't sit here and follow somebody, folks, that's sitting there and has nothing to show for it, has nothing but bad things said about him. Guys, he's right. You go to Google, you look up on Pinnacle Credit Repair or Bing, the first thing that pops up is going to be Pinnacle Credit Repair F. From the Better Business Bureau. Same thing with TruePilot. Those are all bots. When you go back and you look at things that are open forums like Yelp, Free Credit Dishonor, that kind of thing, you start looking those up directly and put his name in there. You will see stories that will have you beside yourself. This is the professional that you want to have doing your credit repair? Good luck. I wish you the best. You should be able to use whoever you want. You're absolutely right, but do the homework. It's not there. Constant lies we've debunked over again and again and again and again. He's pissed off because Dave is winning in everything credit. His prices aren't ridiculous. And if anyone should do a credit repair, he should know that his $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 charge is illegal. You cannot do that in credit repair. So if he's going to say it is, he's full of shit. And the reason why he knows he can get away with it, because he's in a third world country. Trust me, they don't enforce shit over there. So he knows it. That's why he went there. to hide and do his business bullshit. Same thing with him owning like land. What the fuck does he own? He owns no real estate. He is full of shit. On every fucking level, full of shit. And I know it's got a little kind of rough, old school again. The old me came out because he sounds just like Mike. Anyone that's going to sit there and say, you don't need a contract, just trust me, that is Mike Rando, Sean Rando to the worst. And that piece of shit, we all know what happened to him over there at Everything Credit. I mean, sorry, let me correct that. We all know what happened, Everything Credit's on my mind. We all know what happened to him over there when it came to the credit game. Okay? So if you want to get things fixed, go to Everything Credit. But if you want to follow this moron, and I'm sorry, this wasn't scripted. I don't read from a script. I'm going with what I know and what I see. And honestly, I've watched the last 5 videos of this moron, just lies on top of lies, and I'm tired of it. So every time he's going to put something out, I guess I'm just going to go back and start hitting it up again too. That's just the way it's got to be. He's a scamming piece of shit. Don't give this guy your money if you're intelligent. Do your homework. You don't even have to go to Everything Credit. Go to whoever you want. But please, please almighty, don't give this moron your money. Because there is no conduit or funnel to hold him accountable to at this moment. We're working on that with people that are around him. So it's a matter of time. Tick tock for this bitch.